Welcome.
There must have been a pair of underwear that got stuck in the dryer.
Yes, those are my favorite hospital underwear.
Yeah.
These things are amazing.
Yeah, they seem like they're really nice and light. And
yeah, it's like one size fits all. You wouldn't believe it, but it's just they're perfect.
Yeah, so that's good because you need something that's comfy on your belly.
And that airy.
Yeah.
Just trying to find my water. Okay. So this video is for ages 18 to 24-ish, but it's also in regards to all the other viewers as well. Welcome. I really feel the need to have this conversation because A, I just wanted to rest. Okay. B, but this is important because I would have just laid in bed for hours being like, this conversation needs to be had. This age group is in a really tricky predicament. So we've been talking about this energy off and on about kids watching other kids and watching this and social media and family karma. There's so many things that we can actually talk about in regards to this situation. But for months and months off and on, it was other people's children watching other people, them watching your social media. I remember a particular read where it was like, wasn't it where like a kid finds out they're adopted and they find the real parent or something? Like there was things like that. Okay. Or if you are adopted, things like that. So this particular reading is obviously for the collective. Oh my God, I just wanted to sit like I used to and I can't right now. Is obviously part of the collective energy as in regards to us in our era. Because you could possibly relate to this as well, but it's really geared for more of the age of 18 to 24-ish. Okay. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Courtney. I don't know if the title kind of caught your eye, the age gap. Well, I wouldn't really say it's an age gap, but if that particularly caught your eye, welcome. Again, I'm Courtney. I just had surgery last week, so meet Courtney. Okay, Courtney can come on like this when Courtney doesn't have surgery. But I should be in bed resting, and here I am because I'm really getting pulled to have this conversation with you guys. And it's tough because you guys are at a very vulnerable age of, I wouldn't say what's right and what's wrong, because your common sense should steer you in certain directions. Your gut already speaks to you from a very young age. But say some song just came. Say what you want. Some song just came to me. Anywho, if you've been watching for a while, I could be reading your parents' karma, not necessarily yours. Chances are I could be reading your parents' karma. That is now your karma because one of your parents didn't clear it. Okay? It's a vicious cycle, guys, and how this works. You do have the upper advantage here being in that age bracket because you were meant for this generation to make a difference, especially if you have babies. Your babies are going to make a difference. Okay. Right now, a majority of this age bracket is dealing with their parents' karma. So you can place your story in what it is I'm reading, but that also means your parents are going through the same thing or have gone through the same thing, or your parents have settled. It really is the reality of the situation, unfortunately. So your job is to take yourself out of that scenario. So we have soulmates coming in, past soulmates, people you've been with, maybe your kid's father, vice versa. I started having babies when I was 18, my first one when I was 19. So been there, done that, been in the same situation. Do I stay or do I go? Right? I stayed. It wasn't a mistake by staying. It was just I stayed. Okay. Everybody has their stuff they need to go through. But if you know in your gut something doesn't feel right and it's reciprocal and it's being repeated and repeated and repeated, you need to change the story. You can't get caught up in like, well, let's see how this works out for me. I don't think that is the best advice for you in regards to the story on the board. It can be, and if it is, then it was meant for you to go another round with certain people in your life. We all learn through certain things. Some people learn right off the rip. Other people have to learn through seeing it through, making the right decisions, the wrong decisions, what's best for you, what's not. If you're in that age bracket, you probably know what conditioning means. You probably, know a lot more regarding spiritual stuff than your parents would ever know. Because some parents would be more naive to it. Or you could have been raised in a scenario like that too, where they're very open to it. So you're more open to it. If that's the case, you have better odds with my readings. And I have to be realistic here, guys. I hope it doesn't sound harsh, but this age bracket is a very sensitive age bracket, and your perspective of things and where you're at and how you're perceiving things and how you're looking at things. Because you do not want to repeat what your parents repeated. And just because this might sound like, oh, my parents are divorced, I wonder if this happened, that's a possibility too. I'm just stating it's so important at your vulnerable age to clearly decipher which messages are yours, what are meant to be yours, what are meant to be worked on. My job here would be to mentor you guys in a brighter, positive future versus you just coming on and replaying out conditioning from family, from generation and generation and generation. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel a really strong, you're in your 20s. I pulled you in. Pulled you in. You guys' scenario, it might sound just like this one, or you're wondering, is that my parents' scenario? Is that scenario? Is that? We all come into life with karma, okay? It depends on whether your parents want to do the karma or whether your parents want to settle in certain situations, okay? Or are your parents open-minded? If your parents are not open-minded, then chances are they're not going to break conditioning, and it's up to you. But again, with the acceleration and the global ascension, some of your parents absolutely will get on the next wave. It really just depends on who your parents are and how open-minded they are. Okay. Even if you're like, oh my God, my parent would never, this and that. Like we all have our own destination, guys. And if they're meant to be on that wave, they're going to be on that wave, and it's only going to benefit you. This particular age bracket, You're meant to be in this wave. Like there's no way. My generation is iffy. The generation before me, again, iffy. Only so many, turnarounds in life. But if you're gonna live your last pentacle out in this way and do what needs to be done, then you're gonna have an amazing lifetime next time if you choose to come back. But my age bracket, you're gonna ride the wave or you're not. It's more crucial. Your age bracket from 18 to 24 is more crucial. But here and now, my age bracket is more crucial for social platforms, like that type of stuff, wisdom, just generational stuff, breaking things, experiencing certain things that we didn't want to experience either, but we did, right? So stuff like that. So I am going to pull some cards for you guys, just to kind of see where this age bracket is. And I want to say the age bracket is kind of, might be the same scenario. Probably can relate to it. But I need your mental focus, your perspective, like your age bracket, to really look at things differently. You guys have the advantage here of really changing humanity, really stepping in on a time where humanity needs you, doing what's best for you. It's really an ideal age to figure out that is the best thing you can do for yourself at the end of the day, regardless of how your family feels, or somebody feels about this, or this one pinned this one against that one, and yada, yada, yada. I can go on and on and on, right? But this age bracket is extremely important to break certain conditioning, okay? If you choose to stay in certain situations when your gut's telling you no, then you're just clearly not willing to get out of the situation yet. And that's okay. We all learn at our own times. I'm just letting you know how important it is for society and humanity right now for you to get on top of your own game regarding self-respect and self-worth, no matter how much a situation hurts. Whether it hurts you to grow, whether it hurts one of your parents or family members, for you to grow and go in the direction you want to go in, you're going to find yourself in that situation. So this is really for you guys to know that this is all about your self-respect and what is best for you at the end of the day, regardless of what anybody else thinks. And we have to do that. We have to go through our own growing pains. We have to go through our own experiences, right? So I'm just going to read some cards and see where you guys are at in regards to kind of like what I've been reading for the collective. Okay. So you can be new to this. You could have got pulled to it. Like there's so many different reasons on why you're watching this video now. Okay. Just know you are your own person, regardless of any scenarios or how something's going down. Just know, try to look at this story as your story and not worry about what other people may think. Because it's really about your self-acceptance and what you choose to do along the way, or you choose to date along the way. This cannot just be obviously one conversation to be had, because it's just, there's so much more than just like the basics of what I'm trying to say. Just know that you are so important, and your age bracket is so important for here and now, for you to pull yourself together regardless of judgment or what other people got to say about the direction you go in. I feel like it's more of a breakaway of conditioning than a breakaway from a soulmate. You know, is certain soulmates meant to be and last a lifetime? And everyone's got their own stories, guys. Could you be one out of like so many who actually come together with somebody and it's the right person and you live a great life and you guys learn together and teach each other and support each other? Yeah, I would hope so. I can't wait for those fucking generations to be born where it's like that. Okay. You might have better odds considering we're moving into the 4D. So, but if your gut's already telling you, guys, always listen to your gut. If I had listened to my gut from the age 15 on, you know, maybe life could have been a little different. I don't regret how certain things went down like that at all, but meaning maybe I just would have learned earlier on what self-respect really was and what it really meant and what it meant to actually feel it. There is one thing to talk it, but it's a whole nother feeling to feel it and accept who you are and to really get in tune with your higher self, right? So that's kind of what I mean by like you have that advantage being in the age bracket that you are now to learn that. I mean, to me, it's an absolute shame that this isn't taught in school. But that's society for you. That's exactly where the matrix wants you, you know? So, and at the end of the day, you doing what's best for you, whether, you know, somebody else thinks it's right or wrong, is your mistake to make. It's your mistake to make if it ends up being a mistake, because that's how you learn. And if it's not a mistake, then in due time, other people will realize that that was the best thing you could have done. And maybe those people will come back into your life. But until then, those people don't need to be part of your life. So I kind of want to see where this age bracket is. And then we'll probably have to touch base on this scenario again, because there's a whole bunch more I think that really needs to be said. So you have the Magician, the Fool, Five of Coin, and the Four of Cups. So for the teenagers right now, or teeny boppers, or the age bracket itself, with the Three of Cups. So see, you kind of are going through something different. It's playing out a little differently. You're definitely feeling lonely, abandoned. You could have a child, wondering if an opportunity is going to come back around again. With the Three of Cups, there are too many people in the picture, too many people lying to you, too many people playing games. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Queen of Coin. There could be, you know, an older woman. But let's just start with the Magician and the Fool. These are two major arcana, right? The Magician is all about creating. You have the ability to create. So clearly, you know, you just went through some things where you're trying to figure out what's best for you and how you want to go about certain stuff. You also have the Fool, which is a beautiful card. It's a very spiritual path. It's all about you. It's very uplifting, wanting to go in a new direction. But you're feeling very lonely, okay? I'm hearing misguided, okay? You're kind of being misguided. You might have parents or, you know, social media that's influencing you in a negative way, because there's negativity here with the Five of Coins. Struggling to manifest, struggling to go in a new direction. You know, this is like, why is this happening to me? This could even be like the residue of heartache or your first love, or, you know, you feeling abandoned in a certain situation, or you could feel guilty for abandoning somebody else in a time of need, but somebody else in the time of need was trying to drag you down. There's clearly too many people in the picture here. And I do feel like you're bored with the situation, but you're also like, it also soothes you. This is absolutely one of these situations of like our first love scenarios. You guys are bringing me back. You're bringing me back to Cali, Cali. Tell me about the magician. Because this is you manifesting, dreaming. You know, some of you could be worried about feeling lonely or feeling left out or feel like what do they call that child that feels lonely? Oh, I just heard misfit. You feel like a misfit. That's not the word I was looking for though. Six of Swords. So yeah, pushing through it, moving forward, learning. So you just went through something big. So to me, this would make sense with the Two of Swords, you needing to make a decision. Do I take somebody in because they're making me feel bad? Do I want this opportunity? Is there religion involved? Is there race involved? What's involved here? Because we're looking at different energies from different categories around the world. You know, this one's French, this one looks Korean, could be different. It could be, actually, that looks Japanese. Sorry. So maybe you want to travel. Maybe you're going away from school. Maybe this is how somebody else is making you feel. Because I feel like, in one hand, you're definitely doing the right thing and you're pushing through something. You just went through something big. And now it's you making a decision, but the thing that's eating at you, you know, you try to go to bed, you close your eyes, this is all you can think about. And that's tough to get out of that mindscape. That's why it's real important at your age to stay so self-disciplined when it comes to how is somebody respecting you, your thoughts, your feelings, where you're at, what color you want your hair, whether you want to be gay or not gay. You know, like you guys are a very vulnerable age. So that's why it's so important to stand strong in who you are, regardless of how other people are going to feel. Because that's what's happening. This is wanting to move forward, struggling, doing the right thing. I also feel like this is back and forth, back and forth. Somebody could have moved. The world's not here. But with the Fool and the Six of Swords, with a new journey, there could have been a move with the Five of Coin. Wondering, is this the right thing for me? Do I do this? Do I not? What's the Fool energy? So this could be also, don't get fooled, don't get tricked. I hate to read the Fool like that, but with the Magician and the Fool side by side, you could be dealing with a trickster. You could be dealing with somebody who's making you feel guilty. Yeah, see, Eight of Swords, feeling trapped, feeling scared, not really knowing what direction. So yeah, this is that instability in the head when you're like laying your head at nighttime trying to figure out what direction you're really supposed to be going in. So this does make this very tough, but you can push through. I don't know if this is somebody else projecting this and trying to stop you, somebody who's very opinionated and wants to have an opinion. Yeah, see, Four of Swords, this is, it's keeping you up at night, which is normal, okay? Don't think there's nothing about you that's not normal. Don't think nobody's going to understand where you're at with where you're at in life, because regardless of how parents or certain public speakers or certain figures, you know, regardless of what they say, we've all been down these roads, okay? This could be some family conditioning. I don't like that someone is trying to sway you to go in certain directions, but we lead our lives the way we need to, and a majority of them is through the own mistakes that we make. Um, you could have had really strict parents, because I would just was pulled to, like, I'm more of a lenient parent, where my parents were more strict, you know, kind of butt heads there. So I do feel like you're butting heads in a situation because you feel this connection with somebody. It just doesn't look like it's being reciprocated or vice versa. So just know, if you're the collective watching and you're like my OGs, this can be with your children too. So this is even hard for me as a mother to even kind of like read these scenarios, because I wouldn't want to think that my children is going through this, or, because someone feels really lonely and they don't know what to do. It might look like, again, there could be a move here and people are against the move. And it could be just going off to college, or it could be, a new area to study. And somebody in the family is like, well, why on earth would you want to study that? Why on earth would you, yada, yada? Why on earth, what, yada, 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 is the vibe I'm getting. Yes, it's like have strength. There is a masculine here. This feels like more of a feminine energy. Um, it could be a father figure. It could be a grandfather. It could be somebody that you dated. It's somebody who has let you down. But we have lessons in life, guys, right? Could be dealing with an Aquarius, but the Three of Cups. So this is someone who's let you down. Almost praying that another situation will come back around, but this has to stop, because you are better. You are better. Like, this is some deep feelings. This makes me sad. You're better than this. You're better than what I feel like your family or friends have low expectations for you, which is just baffling to me. I'm hoping that's just a misunderstanding. But this talks about guidance too, okay? But with the Four of Cups and the Three of Cups, there's too many people in the picture, and if you have strength here, it tells me that you just got out of some scenario in your life that has been so exhausting for you. I don't know if you feel like you missed out on an opportunity. It does not look like you missed out on an opportunity. And I hate to say that, because you could be looking at this as a missed opportunity. You did not miss out on an opportunity. I feel like you're being guided through tarot. You're being guided through self-love. You're being guided. It could be ancestral. Again, you could be part of a starseed family. You could be just starting this journey, because this is a fresh start, a new creation. And when there's change is hard. But you're allowing another energy to get the best of you. And right now, you got to tell that energy inside your head, you need to tell that energy to fuck off. You need a safe spot. So when you start thinking about this energy, I kind of just want you to go within, close your eyes, find a safe spot. Instead of throwing something or texting or getting frustrated, like literally shut your brain down for a second. Easier said than done, but you can do this. Shut your brain down. Find a safe zone. If it's the beach, you're sitting at the beach. If it's an amusement park and you're about to go down a roller coaster, then that's your safe spot. If it's, in the shower, then that's your safe spot. Take yourself there. Just imagine what it is you're doing when you actually feel safe, because this situation is not making you feel safe. Okay. So you can try that as a tactic because you mentally have to push through this. And this is a lesson. I don't know if it's your first lesson, second lesson, if this is, something you have to learn for the fourth time before you get it right. You know, um, it does look like you're being guided out of a very hard situation that is making you feel like you weren't good enough. And that is the last thing I want you to feel. I really hope it's a misunderstanding if it's coming from a parental view, or you know, I really hope it's not a parental point of view. But you have big things here. If maybe you want to take a spiritual route, you want something new, and other people are making you feel like you're abandoning them. Like, oh, just because it didn't work out this time doesn't mean there's not something right around the corner. So I do feel like you have certain things chirping in your ears that do not need to be chirping in your ears right now. You want to relocate, then fucking relocate. Honestly, it's your life. I can't stress that enough. What's best for you at the end of the day is going to be what is best overall in the long run. We don't have time in our lives to stay in the matrix, because whatever was real comfortable before is going to become really uncomfortable. And you guys are more, you're more open-minded in this era. Okay. So don't let somebody take this power from you. I feel like there's an energy here that's trying to take from you, which is ironic because I don't even feel like this is high vibing energy. So like take, whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, community, neighbors. Is anybody checking on you? How are you doing today? Because I'm here checking on you. How are you? Are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to? Make that phone call. Start talking to your spirit. Start talking to whatever it is that makes you feel like you have a little more comfort in your life, because the ones you have an energy that's holding you back. And it's really shitty. And I don't know if this is public, like social media, like they're posting pictures of having fun. Like it's almost like they shunned you. It's just, I want to say this, I hope it's a misunderstanding, but I feel like someone here feels shunned, like, oh, you're no longer part of this Baptist church because you had a child under wedlock. It's just, it's something. And this energy needs to fuck off, and they need a swift fucking kick to the fucking groin area or the fucking coochie. They like literally don't do that. This person's karma will come back around. But you need to step out of this energy. There's no reason for you to feel trapped in a situation. If you were to leave and learn your lesson and do what's best for you, people are going to shit on you. Well, they can go fuck themselves. And when they see you 10 years from now, when their life is shit and full of fucking karma, maybe you can step in and help them. This is an energy of like, haha, look at me now, It's not like that. It's be the better person in this situation, unfortunately, and it sucks at your age. But hey, I like that you're learning. So I'll give you an A++++, because this is a lesson that is being learned. It's just, it's taking a while, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think social media plays a big part here. I'm not saying you have to take down your social media, but we all have people on our feeds, even at my age. It's pretty freaking sad, and I try to de-weed it. But look at my life when you know their life is shit, right? So don't be that image. Don't be that person. There's a self-confidence thing here, especially if you're not eating. Start eating. You are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And see, there's a self-confidence here because beautiful just came to me by You Are Beautiful. It's not Gwen Stefani. It's beautiful. It's when it talks about supermodels and scars. Like your scars are beautiful. Like they're beauty marks, right? There's a body thing here with scars or stretch marks. Is it Christina Aguilera? Oh, let me get my phone. Who sings the song Beautiful? Yeah, Christina Aguilera. Okay. No, it's Alicia Cara. Scars. Scars to Your Beautiful. That's what it is. It's Alicia, right? Alicia Cara. Your scars are beautiful. Right? The first comment I see is real girls are perfect and perfect girls are fake, you know? Yeah, she just wants to be, oh, that song. Okay, so if you haven't heard that song, I'm assuming you may have, but if you haven't, that is you guys' song. Yeah, somebody really made you feel like you're not good enough, which is really unfortunate. You could have been dealing with somebody who got arrested or got locked up. Or when teenagers, parents move, you had to move. It just feels like the end of the world, and it's not the end of the world. And honestly, you don't want this. Unless you're trying to get into school or you're trying to get into a job that you once turned down, you don't want this Four of Cups. But something's telling you you do, because the energy makes you feel comfortable. Well, life isn't about feeling comfortable. Okay, we're not in the energy of I'm gonna live real comfy and that's it and we're good, right? And that totally flipped around the Ace of Swords. So it's almost like someone's lying to you. And you got the Seven of Coin wanting you to invest with the Devil. See what I'm saying? The Devil popping out, Seven of Coin, really wanting you to invest certain energy here. Like I said, whatever this is, you don't want. So I don't know who's trying to persuade you, or if it's just your own brain thinking that I'm better off with this energy, because you're not. What needs to be worked on is where you go next. You may know what self-love feels like. I mean, you may know what self-love, the concept of it. Some of you know the concept of it, but you're not feeling it. And I can say that because whoever this read is for, the energy on the board is telling me that I can say that. Not feeling confident, like you did something wrong. And you're being lied to. There's too many people in people's business. You're being guided out of a situation. Someone here is making you feel guilty for the choices that you've already made. So you got some heavy karma here. Yeah, the Four of Wands can be a household with the Seven of Cups, making you feel like, all right, listen, you have options, but there's nothing here being sincere. Oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. There's better people out there. Well, what if your person right now is who thinks is best? So who are they to tell you, right? Um, Again, we all learn when we're supposed to learn, but it can be a household with the four of wands. Again, I don't know if this is jail or not, and this is the way it had to go down. Um, I would not stick around and wait. I would make sure you continue to grow. If this is a soulmate, hopefully they learn from their mistake. And when they get out of jail or prison, hopefully it's a changed person. But in the meantime, if you don't change and they don't change, then you're going to find yourself in the same exact situation. Okay. I feel like somebody's even giving somebody a hard time, like regarding like canteen. I don't have anybody, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, don't be giving your money to canteen. Okay. Because you're the one that feels abandoned, and you're not being abandoned. You're in the midst of learning a very crucial life lesson for you to start another journey, for you to get on your way, right? So feeling trapped within a household, feeling trapped because of your parents, feeling trapped because of ethnic backgrounds, feeling like you don't have any options, right? But you do. You can create the world. You just got to keep pushing through this. So I don't know who this energy is. It could be your own restriction, but I don't think so. Unless you really had like this whole life planned out with the white picket fence or a cliche, or however you saw your life going, traveling, however you saw it going for you, right? There's a switch up, there's a change. Maybe if you really feel that, that's in your future, but maybe it's just not here and now, right? Queen of Swords, Six of Coin, Page of Coin, the Chariot, whatever this is, you're about to run away from that. What's after the Six of Coin? The Two of Cups, Page of Swords, Six of Wands. You're gonna overcome this. You're gonna defeat this energy, but the only way to defeat this energy is by you doing what's best for you at the end of the day, and you moving forward. Because this is a win. It might take a couple months, but this is a win. Whatever this is for you is a win. The next two planetary shifts, which are in the next couple weeks, there's going to be a major shift. You might see somebody's true colors. Regardless, it puts you on a new path. There's new energy coming in. There's new energy that's being given to you in regards to a situation here. You just need to make this decision. You need to make a final decision here with the Hermit, with the Fool. Yeah, you need to follow your soul and do what's best for your soul. And it's actually going in this direction. Like, you're going in this direction because you're worried about this right now, which is normal. Okay. But you need to go within. What does your soul want? What does your soul want to create? Because you're about to create something. Whether it's a new spark, it's new energy. Maybe it's a destined new energy that comes in. Maybe it's a new person that comes in, a new friend that comes in. Just follow your soul in regards to what you ultimately want, not what other people ultimately want. Yeah, Judgment. It's just, you're just in this situation where I think it's more or less there's a lot of judgmental people around you. I think you're probably less judgmental. This is the people more or less around you. You got the Ace of Cups, this and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So this could be, this could be a situation in the household where it could be a religious factor and somebody doesn't want you to date outside of the race or date outside of the religion, or it's something regarding what's best for you. Because this is either you need to walk away and do what's best for you, follow your soul, or this is energy around you in the household with the Four of Wands of pressure, feeling like you shouldn't love who you love and you should really walk away because they know what's best for you when it comes to your happiness. That's complete fucking bullshit. Okay? So, again, Alicia Cara, your scars are beautiful. Start there. Because the energy around you is shitty. You do have some ancestors around you or some spirit guides. Something's going to become clear in regards to what you thought maybe was going to be your reality, or someone gets caught up. Because trust me, you don't want that offer. You don't want whatever that is to come back around, because it's attached to lies. Whatever this is, you would just go another round, and you don't deserve to go another round, because your gut is already telling you it's not right. No matter how much love it is, there's, whether this is a family situation, whatever this is, you just got to put your foot down with certain situations. I feel like it's just too many people. Stuff with social media. And something with a black cat. It could be a familiar, or you might be learning witchcraft. I just feel like this is an average Joe or an average Karen lying, so I don't think it's something you really need to pay much attention to. Knight of Swords. There's somebody who wants to come in and talk a whole bunch to that Queen of Coin. So I don't know if you're a strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. But again, they're lying about who they were with or not with. There's somebody else influencing this energy. It's right back to the lies with that came out reverse. That's lies, shitty communication or no communication. So it could even been your best friend who fucked you over. I don't know. So again, I can relate this to a lot of things, even my reads, but with your age bracket, it's so important that you break away from this energy way, way, way before, we broke away from this energy. Like your generation, your kids' generation is going to impact humanity. And the way that you guys look at stuff and you're way more open-minded is what's going to make an impact here. So I need to make a big impact on this generation that I'm reading for, because it's up to you and your generation, your seed, your kin, that is going to be a huge part of society. And right now it's too much electronics, it's too much games, it's just, so all you can really do is take care of you, nurture you, do what's best for you. This energy, like I said, you don't want it. You don't want it. You could be dealing with an Aries, Aquarius, Sag, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo. I don't really see any water signs here, but it doesn't mean that they're not water, What does your soul want? That's what's best for you at the end of the day. And I can't stress that enough, because even like there's there's even rumors going around, but let the rumors go, honestly, because this is your life, and you don't have time to get caught up in people's games and victim mentality and pettiness and making you feel like you did something wrong, or you're the one that feels abandoned, you're the one that feels left out. It's so utterly fucked up. And You're going to get to a point in your life where you won't let this energy get the best of you as much as it is now, because this is residual. So again, find that safe spot. And I don't even feel like you're hiding scars. I mean, you are and you're not. But you really overall have to get really in tuned with what it is you want, what it is that's best for you, with whatever regarding these circumstances that are here. Is someone could be, telling you a whole fucking fairy tale here, and all it is a fairy tale. Okay, lots of lies being told over here. Although there's women that are lying over here too, right? Friends, family. I'm not really sure. Again, you could just be repeating, something, parental conditioning, family conditioning, people who never, just people who are not very open-minded. You feel like there's, some are supportive and some are not, but there's a big difference between being supportive and open-minded. And I'm telling you right here, there's somebody here that's neither. They're not as supportive. How supportive can you be if you're not open-minded? I feel like you have two parents that are very different. And that's okay too. But it's your job to see your way out, because you are now technically legally an adult, and I'm glad you're learning young. It's not easy, but you are learning, and you're learning how to manifest. You're learning how to go your own way. You just have to clear some cords here, and you will do that by following your soul at the end of the day. Okay. So maybe we'll touch base on this in a week or two. Tell me about the 5 of coin, or maybe even once a week. Eventually we're gonna tap out of this and tap into other stuff. Yeah, see the Tower. It's almost like devastating or restricting. There was a lot of love, but your self-love needs to come first. So you're dealing with somebody who doesn't even love themselves. So if they don't love themselves, they really can't love you, right? So you feel like it's a catastrophe. Everything's freaking breaking, falling apart, but it's not. It's not. You just need to really what makes you happy, because this scenario does not make you happy. So just walk away. So things go in your direction with the wheel here and the Page of Cups. Maybe Page of Cups in the Sun. You're destined on another path. Guys, sometimes we have kids. Sometimes we do this. Sometimes we do that. And ultimately, sometimes, your children are meant to be raised by other people that are going to be mentors and better people, a better influence to your child compared to your child's mother or your child's father. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a perfect little thing in this society today. Your child or children, how many, depending on how many you have, whether you have some or not. I'm just making a very valid point here. Oh, but there's this and there's that. And, you got people in your ear. Like, it's almost like I told you so. And it's like, what the fuck? People like that is just not good to be around. That I told you so vibe is childish. And it's probably coming from a parent. So trust me when I say, when you follow your soul at the end of the day, you are going to create something beautiful, and there's a destined path here. So what you thought was destined was not necessarily destined, but a great example is if you have children, that their mother or father, it sucks when things don't work out or whatever the case may be, but I'm telling you, they are so much better off with other influencers in their life sometimes, right? So be careful you don't fall into a trap here, because it will end up going the same way. And you're dealing with somebody who's not even being honest about the mistake that they made. Okay? So I can't stress enough when it comes to the Hermit, do what it is that's best for you. In regards to you don't have children, then buckle up, buttercup, and live your life. One less thing to to feed right now. It wouldn't be one less problem because I don't look at children ever being a problem, but you could go be a billabong and live your life and travel broke and go to restaurant to restaurant. Hey, can I do your dishes tonight? I'm traveling. Da, da, da. Absolutely, come and do my dishes. Next week you're in another country. Go do the best you can out of life right now, because this scenario is, you need to see through it, because there's influences around you that are causing confusion. And in all reality, guys, you're not confused. You know your soul and your gut are telling you things. So listen to them. Listen to what your soul and your gut is telling you. Okay? I love you guys, and I'm glad you found my channel, because my channel is going in a different direction too. That's really we're gonna make a difference. Okay? So please do what's best for you. It really looks like you're going through a lot, but it's ultimately the way it's ending is the best way it can, because you're going to listen to your gut and you're going to listen to your soul, and you are about to create. It might take you 2 years to start that business, or it might take you 2 weeks because you might meet the right person. Just pull away from the energy that is lying to you. I love you guys. Bye.